audience here at the National Multipurpose Center for the Maccabiah Gymnastics Championship is a woman who herself was a former champion at the Maccabiah Games in track and field, and then went on to become a world record holder at the World Transplant Games. Now she enjoys the nachas of watching her own daughter compete in her first Maccabiah competition. Esther Jabar and daughter Tanya are as close as any mother and daughter could be. Esther won track and field medals in the 1985 and 1989 Maccabiah Games. Then, from giving birth to Tanya, medical trauma set in.
After being a mother, I had this problem. I had a septic shock, and that I was very, very sick. They changed my name to Haya. I'm Esther Haya now. It is believed that when you are so sick, your luck can change. The rabbis can change your name or put another name, and they put me Esther Haya because Haya it's the meaning of life.
Esther received her desperately needed kidney from her estranged father. Then, life continued for Esther the way it was prior to her illness. She went right back to track and field and set numerous records in the World Transplant Games.
After being so sick, as running was a very important part of my life, I decided that I need to be back in track. So I started practicing. I practiced with Mexican team that went to Sydney, and it was many feelings, but I made it.
She made it to watch daughter Tanya compete in the Maccabiah Games the way she did twice in the 1980s. Esther was emotionally overwhelmed.
When I was in the stadium, it was great. It was an amazing feeling, and I couldn't stop crying.
And what about 14-year-old Tanya?
Tanya started in many sports, but she loved gymnastics, and she grew and grew and grew, and now is one of the best gymnasts in Mexico.
Tanya's good enough at her young age to compete in the open gymnastics competition.
Gymnastics is like a very important thing in my life, and being here is very amazing. I was just thinking that I'm able to do this, that I have worked through this a lot of time, and that it's going to be good.
For Tanya, nothing supersedes her mom, Esther. Just how much has this woman who's overcome so much to regain her success in sports influenced Tanya?
A lot, because she's like my hero. She's a very good person. She has supported me for my whole life, and I don't know, she's like everything in my life. When I saw her running with her kidney transplant, was very amazing for me, and I want to be like her.
She did great. I'm very proud of her.
A mom who's a former track and field star at the Maccabiah Games, who's gone on to become a world record holder at the World Transplant Games, and a young daughter at her first Maccabiah in the gymnastics competition. Just another story here in Israel at the Maccabiah Games. Reporting from the gymnastics venue, I'm Steve Grant for JLTV.